I sort of have it in my head that I just gotta do the best that I can in every moment, because sometimes I can be just not feeling very loving and respect that and not have to love people. But it's still there, like consciously, like respecting a person as a person, but I don't have to be like their mother, like I don't have to be, I don't know how to explain this. What I'm doing with my hands. I have to do this.
I actually have a question for you. So, welcome back to us.
To us.
Oh shit, I touched it. Hello. Here we go with the singing again.
Today we've come through with a very calm and relaxed and spontaneous energy.
Yes, spontaneous.
Yes.
I'm more spontaneous and like.
Yeah.
You're more like this kind of
yeah,
spontaneous. There's two types of spontaneous, right here.
You're very spunky, and I'm just like,
Good balance.
Yeah.
Right. That's great. This is what you want from life. This balance.
Yeah.
Of like. It's okay. Relax, but it's like. Yeah!
Exactly! That's perfect. And we wanted to just have a very casual chat about a subject instead of overthinking it.
Yeah.
Talk about love and how to love.
Oh, right. That's what we were talking about. I kind of forgot also.
Yeah.
We had a question. Tell us what happened, first of all. How did it come?
How did it come? Oh, it comes from everyday life.
Yeah.
But it's something that has been bothering me recently. I've been wondering how to be openly loving, because it seems so strange to just meet people and then feel this distance from them, feel defensive, when naturally as an individual I feel like this desire to just love people and to hug people and to be sweet and tell them I love them, but there's this resistance, and I'm like, I can't do it. Yeah, but I see people who are openly like that.
Yeah, they're so inspiring.
Yeah,
actually.
and I wonder why the majority of us are so afraid of loving each other, and automatically we go in defense. So that was what I wanted
this is
to discuss.
Yeah, this is the question, the topic that we have today. Why do we not embrace love, and in a way, why do we get defensive?
Create this distance from each other. Yeah.
I don't know if you feel it and you're gonna be like, no, I love all my people. But even if it's some people you don't really know too well, maybe it's like a roommate of yours, maybe even someone in the supermarket, just the guy in front of you, let's say, we sometimes act very judgmental or
afraid even.
And we don't look at them in the eye.
Yeah,
like, oh my
exactly.
God, no problem. But why can't we just look at people and smile at them and be like, oh my God, I like your bag or something.
Yeah, exactly. I really wish I was the type of person who would just talk to people, because we really act as if it's us against the world, and we're standing in an elevator, and then we feel awkward and we automatically just look at our phones instead of being like, hi, hello, how's your day?
The awkward moments.
Yeah. I want it to be like an open conversation like this, because I feel like majority, but a lot of people do think about this, like, why are we so far away from each other? Like, and you have so many neighbors, but it's like we don't know our neighbors.
You don't know them. You don't say hi to them. We're very resistant to that.
Yeah, and keep our lives very private, except for the ones that we have close.
We have accepted in our circle, and we're like, you're gonna get all my love.
Yes.
But the rest is like, not really.
And that's another thing we were talking about then, because we've limited our relationships this way, when we get into like a romantic relationship, we put all of the responsibility on our partner or partners if we're polyamorous, but we're like, these people are the only ones who are gonna give me this thing that I'm missing, attention and appreciation and affection and just like interest in our lives, and then it's too much pressure.
it's too much, and then we expect all of these things, and
then we get sad when they can't live up to this thing.
But it's too much to ask from one single person, or even from 3 people in our lives, you know, like it's okay to allow certain people to give you certain things, and some people to like stay, like to not, like one single person can give you everything. They can give as much as they can, and maybe this other person, and they don't have to be like romantically, you know, in this romantic way, but let them give you love.
Everyone has something to give, and we limit ourselves. We block it.
But why do you think we block it? Like, what would you say is the reason why?
Drama. Childhood. This is a theory I had. Well, no, I heard it from somewhere, but I also think this is where it's clicked for me, because the way that we live now is completely separate from the way humans originally were supposed to live. You know, we live in these single unit family households. We have 2 parents and maybe a couple of siblings, and that's it. You know, and then you live in this container of an apartment separated from everybody else, or a house. Yeah. And then you're like, that is my everything. That is my source of attention, love, meaning in life. That's where I'm gonna get my meaning in life, from these random people that I've been assigned to. And sometimes they can't give you that, so now we go into the way we see our parents and our siblings is how we think the rest of the world is, you know. So if we have this weird relationship with our family, I think we see that with the rest of the world. Like I can't talk to them, like I can't ask for love, and I can't,
if you weren't able to ask this as a child,
so it's really ingrained there. And I noticed with some people, and people who come from cultures that are more open to talking to each other, like Amaya, I think. Amaya, shout out. Yeah, she's very open. And
it's where she comes from.
That's where she comes from, and you can see that. You can see that with people, and then she's more open to meeting people and bumping in and hugging, and then when I bump into people on the street, I'm like,
no. That might be a thing all over. We kind of came to this state, which is like, why? Because like you said, like a very, very long time ago, we used to live in communities, and it took a village to raise a child, as they say.
Exactly.
It takes a village to raise a village. Because you need, one parent doesn't know everything. Let's say 2 people, like the parents, they don't have all the answers and all the knowledge, and the child also needs a little bit perspective. So imagine having like a whole community. You can go to some people, like certain people, for something that you desire. You know, you go to this person like, hey, like teach me about this, and this other person teaches you about this.
Exactly. I think that's how it was always meant to be. Like, you are the child of everyone. The whole world.
So everyone would give you love in
everyone,
a way.
Even
so you would receive love from multiple.
You would know if my parents are unable to give me this thing, or if they're being like I don't like them. You can go hang out with somebody else, and now we've limited that ability, and and it gives me this feeling of like I'm missing something. Like, this is something that I naturally, like, my being wants to do. I want to talk to people. I want to hug people. I want to tell people I care about them. But then there's this.
It stops you.
It stops me. Because also then there's this weird. I notice when I'm in those very loving moods, or when I'm on the drugs. the drugs.
Oh, shit.
Then I'm just this openly loving person, and then I see the reaction of people around me, like, oh my god, like,
why are you
doing this? Like, why? Like how I said today, when people also give me love, I don't know how to react, because I'm like,
I'm also like that. It's true, like you just feel a little bit uncomfortable. That's the interesting part, that it's not that you don't necessarily want it, but you actually feel uncomfortable. You're like,
it's unknown.
Should I hug you back? Like, should I tell you something nice? Is that how it works? You know, you have to. And some people have to process this.
Exactly. But some people experience like genuine fear, like of love. So I think that also holds us back, because we don't know how people are gonna take it.
So you mean we're afraid of love?
I think the fear of love is like, it comes from different places, because maybe let's say we could have different. we could have a bad association with what love is, or we could be afraid of losing love, things like that. Like I think that's what I experienced personally growing up, that love was this conditional thing, and that if someone says I love you, then it's like you want something, like you want something from me. Or if I felt this loving affection, I'd be like, oh my god, I'm so afraid of it going away, like I don't wanna feel that break or something. And I think that's where the fear comes from, for me especially. But now that I'm in healthier relationships in my life now, I'm able to understand that people can love me without needing anything from me, or without, I don't have to concern myself with the fear of losing it, because it's kind of impossible, because it's just what it is, you know.
It's genuine.
It's genuine.
You wouldn't lose it, you know?
Yeah, like
unless in a way that even if you part ways, or even if you move another country, you still know that
this thing is still there.
It doesn't matter.
Like even in my relationship right now, I'm like so sure that even if we weren't together romantically, this connection wouldn't break. You know, it would still be there, which wasn't what I experienced in my childhood. Like if there was a break, there was a break. And
I think you realize that more as an adult, that it doesn't matter sometimes when you're not involved with a person to that level, whatever the level is, because you can still you still have that connection no matter what, because if it's genuine, then it's
gonna be there. But what do you think? Because when I brought this up, you said that you related to the question. What's your experience
this
of
thing
it?
that you're saying of if you love me, it means that you expect something from me, or you want something in return, or something like that. That one is, I feel like, so deeply rooted in me that it's like trying to take it out of there, but it's like it's very hard because it's really deeply rooted. Like the idea of to get the love, you need to be a certain way, you need to act a certain way, you need to have certain qualities, whatever that is. And this probably comes from my parents, you know. So on that level, very relating. That translate into whenever I'm outside with people or anything, I don't like, I'm a little bit hostile, you know, this hostility we're talking about, because I think that they're not gonna love me as I am, so ready to protect yourself, that's what it is. Also, it's like a protection, right? It's a defense mechanism more than not.
That's very interesting. Childhood.
So like in the end, I guess we're going around and we're so afraid to make connections with people because of all these reasons, and we think not only are we afraid to make connections, we're also like defending, like with our armors, like don't come too close because you're gonna hurt me, or like you're gonna do this or you're gonna do that. And it's like we need to dissolve all of that
and be open to feeling.
But also I have to say, counter argument, that it's still important to have a type of shield, let's say. That's boundaries, all of these things. It's still important, you know, but not so defensive. Maybe that's finding a balance, you know, like you don't. That doesn't mean that you have to like let everyone come to your life and put all their energy. Like, hello, this is me, and you're like, oh yeah, I actually don't want this energy in my life, so please. But give them a chance. Maybe that's the thing. Like, allow it.
It's an interesting balance that you have to have. That's what I had to bring up to my therapist. That I told my therapist I have this fear of men, which is just automatic, and he said and then I told him the whole story of how it came to be, the fear of men. And how I wish it wasn't so potent and so all the time. Like I don't want to be so afraid of guys on the street or whatever. And he's like, I can understand how you find this bothersome, but it is also nice to have a bit of a guard, because based on what you've talked about, you know, and what you're experiencing, it's nice to have some distance or something, but there's still this pain from having distance from people, you know. We want to connect with everybody. You want to I want to everyone to love me and I want to love everyone.
Not really. I mean, to a certain degree, I want to be loving, but
in my head, I have this vision of like a utopian society where we're all just happy.
Yeah, but that's because maybe it's not like, to be honest, love also for me means respect.
Yeah.
Compassion. Those are like, love is like a general thing, right? It means respect, compassion. So maybe I don't need everyone to love me in a way that's like everyone gives me hugs or gives me gifts or like but
sounds nice though.
Sounds nice though. But it's too much to ask, as we said before. Like, there's too many people in this world. It's not possible to actually actively love everyone, but maybe we can love them passively, which means that we are nice, we are kind, the basic, we're respectful, we're welcoming. If they want to talk to us, we're not immediately like, no, I don't want to talk, leave me alone, you know? Just if someone in the streets approaches you and you're like, what do you want, you know?
Yeah. That's
for me, at least.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more of a boundary girl. Yeah. Don't get into my space.
Yeah. That's also nice.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to also bring up this topic, because I realized that everybody deals with this in their own way.
Right.
Like, it's a collective problem and we're all just trying to function in it.
Yeah.
And we're all doing it differently.
Yeah, right? Some people are very much more open and they're that's good. That feels good to them.
And some people are very guarded.
Yeah.
That feels good to them.
Yeah. But everything is in balance. Has to be in balance. Because like, I know that I get guarded because I also have like this social anxiety thing going on, which is like, I always think that, oh my god, people are judging me, people don't like me and things like that, and I really have to fight that and be like, girl, just give them a chance. They're like, they're not doing that. So I have to unlearn. I have to learn not to be as guarded. So for me, that's my problem. But maybe others have to be more like,
more guarded.
Just a little bit. So I think this topic is actually can go both ways.
That's true.
Although now we're talking about the letting our guard down. At least for us, this is
at least this
for
is our
us.
problem.
This is the is the issue. But I'm pretty sure that other people are like too much like this maybe, and that can also cause problems, to be honest.
It can be overwhelming.
It can be overwhelming. It can actually, it might even be dangerous sometimes if you just, as you said, this thing with the fear of men. It's good to have a little bit, right?
A bit of caution.
A little bit of caution,
awareness of your surroundings. It's not nice, but it is what it is.
I swear everything in life is about balance. I just keep figuring out this more and more and more. You know, the more like you think about things, and I don't know. It's just like, oh, you need to find balance. Oh, you need to find out about
and
your health. I don't know.
And I guess naturally, well, I noticed this. Like, I switch from one intense side of the spectrum to the other. Like, I'm super guarded and intense, and now I'm like, no, I want to be open and free, and I completely miss the fact that there's a way to go about it. You know? Like, I go from self-hating to, no, I want to love myself completely, but it's okay to be in the middle. You know, it's not. You don't have to be this huge glowing ball of love all the time.
I mean, because if you push yourself in the limits of either spectrum, it's too much.
Yeah, too exhausting.
Balance.
Love your neighbor. Go love him. Do it. Do it.
Ooh.
Do it.